Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I request everyone to kindly settle down. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know, that today the program was supposed to be held in Punjab, but due to the storm yesterday, we have shifted to the Senate Hall, which is kind of disappointing. But at the same time, it shows the NIT Meghalaya spirit that says that no matter how strong the storm is, we always find a way. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome each and every one of you to Cognitia 2026, and I am Ishita Charity, and I will be your host for the day. Our seniors derived this word Cognitia from the word cognitive, drawing inspiration from what this fest stands for: problem solving, community, and reasoning. They envisioned a platform that wasn't just about technical skill, but about the application of intellect to solve real-world problems. What this fest is really about is brain power, to move just beyond memorizing facts and actually applying them. It's problem solving, taking on challenges that require a bit of logic and a lot of capital, and community. A chance for all of us to get together, show off our skills, and learn something new from each other. It's less about being the best and more about being curious enough to see how far our ideas can go. So whether you are here today to compete or just to see what's happening, I promise you that Cognitia is all about the way you think and what you create. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to call upon stage our very talented dancers of the day who will set the mood going forward. May I welcome on stage the students of NIT Meghalaya, among a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for your wonderful performance. It was also laden with some songs. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyways, moving forward, today is a day which is blessed here by leaders. We are here surrounded by leaders. So, in my midst, I'd like to welcome our chief guest and our guest of honor. May I welcome on stage our director sir to kindly felicitate the chief guest of the day. May I request both of you to please kindly come up on stage. May we have a huge round of applause, please? So, ladies and gentlemen, may I request director sir to kindly give the tutorial and the momentum to our chief guest first. on the stage, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, we will have the lighting of the lamp. Light symbolizes the transition from darkness to knowledge. I request our chief guest, our guest of honor, our director, and all the other dignitaries on stage to kindly lead us to the lighting of the lamp, officially marking the commencement of Cognitia. Thank you, Benjamin. The next I want to call upon a person on stage who has helped us and guided us into planning everything of this fest. Despite the constraints that we face on transportation, on weather, he has helped us through everything to overcome all of that and put up a show. May I welcome on stage our VP Technical, Sanur Alam, to kindly come up and say a few words.
not this kind of regional or committee needs use our government of India. In faculty, the external care, president's act, my esteemed faculty member, participants, and my guests. I extend my warm welcome to all of you to Cognitia 2026, the annual technical phase of NIT Meghalaya. We say truly eager to witness such an energetic and enthusiastic gathering here today at the Deputy Yes. I feel honored to stand before you and welcome each one of you to this exciting event. Cognitia, the technical phase of NIT Meghalaya is not just a technical phase, it's a vibrant platform where students come together to learn, exchange their ideas, showcase their knowledge and their talents. It provides an opportunity to explore new concepts, think creatively, and collaborate as a team. Over the next 3 days, we will be organizing a wide range of events such as various robotic events, various coding events, e-sport, solar TV design system. Will be organizing idea hackathon, workshop, and various expert talks, drone racing, stargazing, telescope making, art battle, and many more. I am confident that these activities will be both engaging and enriching for all participants. I must also thank the sponsor who made this event, who helped a lot for in our financial assistance. Sri Gotham Construction, Share, 11 Indian, Eco Bank, 700, Monster. I would also like to thank our thank to our director sir, Minister sir, NSW, President sir, faculty members, organizers, and volunteers for their continuous effort and making this event will be successful. So, to all the participants, I encourage you to engage wholeheartedly. Do not focus solely on winning or losing. Instead, make the most of this opportunity to learn, innovate, and enjoy the experience. Once again, I want to welcome you all to this year 2026. I wish you a memorable and rewarding time ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words. I think we all can take away something that we are here to innovate and we should innovate and enjoy the process of doing so. Next, I want to call upon on stage another person who has been a constant guide through the planning of the entire fest, and without whom none of it would be in place. In fact, he has been on our backs all the time asking for updates and asking, have you done this, have you done that? And without him, none of this would be possible. So on stage, I'd like to call upon our President Sack. May we welcome him with a huge round of applause too, please.
Chief guest, Sri Jayant Kumar Samaji, Executive Director, NIT. Our guest of honor today, Sri Legendary Assistant Secretary, NERBC, Ministry of our Government of India, our Honorable Director, Sir, Professor Inauguration, our Dean, Student Welfare, Professor Sudhir Manganji, Vice President Technical, Dr. Noor other faculty members, Associate Dean, and various. So we have already started few of the events since yesterday, second half, and already Dr. Nurul has highlighted the activities to be conducted in this particular Techfest. So I will be giving an outline of student activity center that we are engages students with different extracurricular activities in sports, technical and cultural related aspects. Through the sports segment, SSC is organizing different intra-NIT tournaments throughout the year, including badminton, table tennis, cricket, football, chess, carom. etc. And we are also participating in different inter-institute sports events and games events. We have two important clubs under sports segment, that is indoor and outdoor sports club, and recently we have formed the NIT Meghalaya Chess Society. Coming to the technical activities, the robotics and coding clubs have conducted several alumni talks, regular workshops and sessions, webinars, hackathon programs throughout the year for the benefit of the student bodies. And we have coding club, robotics club, energy and sustainability club is actually incorporated a few months back. In the cultural segment, the different clubs are actually involved related to the conduction of the program of annual music competition, dance, painting, essay writing, and quiz competitions to nurture the hidden talents of our students. The students have also taken part in various inter-institute related activities from the SSC, and they have achieved different recognitions and received some awards also. So under this segment, we have Speak Nagi Heritage Club, Music Club, Photography Club, Dance and Drama Club, Yoga Club, which is recently introduced, Immigrant Club, that is Model United Nations, Literary Club, EBSB Club, Ekman System Club, Electoral Literary Club, Adi Community Student Chapter, Task Force Club. So with this brief introduction of student activity Shinda, I also want to release this particular event will be a grand success. Thank you all.
For your words, I think Sir's speech stands to prove that apart from being an engineer, we are also a lot of things. We are painters, we are photographers, and a lot of things. And all of this is facilitated by the SAC of NIT Meghalaya. Moving forward, I would like to call upon on stage the Dean Student Welfare to kindly come and say a few words of encouragement.
Good morning, everyone. Of course, I will say just a few words. I know the students are very eager to learn and participate in the events now. Of course, a very good morning to our respected guest of honor, Mr. Senator Kumar Sharma, and our chief guest, and then our guest of honor, Mr. Lenin B. from NIMCO, our one director on the stage, and my dear faculty members, students, staff, officers on and off the rise. Of course, this has been happening repeatedly, but one thing is that I don't know, the students are very eager in participating in events. I think some events are still going on most probably, that's why we don't have too many students present around here. I saw students playing cricket also just before entering this room. So next time most probably, whenever we are having a common session like this, we should stop all the events. There is one request for my side. Of course, having an event like this is of course, ours is an engineering institute, and our students are aspiring to become engineers and scientists. And we have been learning in the classrooms various theories and labs, practical works and all. But platforms like this provides our students an avenue where they can showcase their skills. And it is not about just showcasing their skills. We learn various other things from events like this, like critical thinking, say for example. You have to apply your logic and you have to try to solve solutions. And for our general secretaries and other members of the student council, you learn skills like man management and crisis management and what sort of things you can learn from this. These are big opportunities for our students to learn various things. So I just want to wish you all the success for this 3 days starting from yesterday. Let us all enjoy together and have a fruitful learning and enjoyable experience. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would like to call upon stage the pillar of NIT Meghalaya, whose vision drives our excellence. I invite our Honorable Director to address the stage.
distinguished guests, respected faculty members, their students, and all enthusiastic participants. A very good morning to every one of you. I am very much thankful to our chief guest, Mr. Jayatkumar Sharma, BGM Nipo, and guest of honor, the Lavin, who happen to be from NERPC, Government of India's Ministry of Forest Coordination. Because of they have come from long distance from Shillong, and Mr. Sharma perhaps came from Guwahati. We are very much thankful to both of you. Already, my previous speakers have already told about what is the meaning of cognitia and I'm not going to repeat it again. See, this is the second time cognitia has been held in solar campus. First time last year we had it outside and it was very nice families there. This time also family was good, but unfortunately, I think there was a thunderstorm and ultimately we have to see it here. A similar thing happened a lot of times in Ceylon. Till we get a permanent auditorium, I think this auditorium will be sufficient because the number of students appear in individual sessions is easily very small. So morning when I was walking, I came to know that they are going to hold it here. So I said no issue, you can hold it easily because number of student participants will be very less at the because they are very active in other technical aspects, so they will be learning in other technical, different technical sessions. A platform like Cognitia plays a vital role in bridging the gap between the theory and practice. We are having a lot of theory classes and less number of laboratories. My thinking is that maybe from coming semester, we are going for giving you less lecture, more laboratories, more hands-on work. I think that is a better way. And at the end of the year, you can have the publication to showcase your products. That may be one beautiful thing you can think of for this type of areas. So critical thinking, problem solving ability, and teamwork. These are important aspects, and these aspects will be taken care of to this type of convention. It is not merely a fest, it is a celebration of ideas, and it encourages the integration in the conventional way, to think differently, and to push the boundaries of what is possible. I would like to appreciate the organizing team for their hard work and dedication in putting together this meeting. Such initiatives require vision, coordination, perseverance, and your efforts are to be commended. To all participants, I encourage you to make the most of this opportunity, engage actively, learn from each other, and most importantly, enjoy the process of innovation. Remember, success is not only about winning, but about learning, experimenting, and growing. With these words, I wish Cognitia to be a great success and hope that it will continue to inspire young minds for years to come. Thank you very much. I hereby declare Cognitia 2026.
Krishna, for your words. Success is not only about winning, it's also about learning. Now, moving forward, we have a speech by a guest of honor. Today we are privileged to have with us Sri Lenin, who is serving as an Assistant Secretary in the Northeastern Regional Power Committee under the Ministry of Power, Government of India. He has been actively contributing to the coordination and development of power sector initiatives in the region. It is an honor, sir, to have you in our midst, and may I welcome you on stage to say a few words.
respected chief guest, sir, director, sir, and esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, and my dear students of NIT Meghalaya. Very good morning to one another. Just to be myself, Lenin B, Deputy Director and Assistant Secretary at NIT Shillong. It is basically a regional office of Central Electricity Authority, headquarters at Delhi. It's basically technical advising body to the Ministry of Power on policies of Indian power sector. And whatever the regional office which is in Shillong, it is basically a regional office which looks after the electrical grid of the India region, which comprises of all the 7 states. See, basically I am from a power sector, so most of I will cover on that only, and I was informed to cover on the sustainable development goals of these the United Nations. So mostly I have prepared on that. Okay, I think I don't know whether it is appropriate or not, but I will try to minimize it. So it's a privilege to be here today among the brightest young minds of our country, together to celebrate innovation, technology, and ideas during the vibrant Techfest and Cognitia. So I would like to speak few words on the role of Indian power sector in the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and the need to bridge the economy and industry. Because I think many of us are aware of that there is a United Nations set some goals. That Sustainable Development Goals is around 70 members. Out of the 3 to 4, directly or indirectly connected with Indian power sector. So I want to start with a simple quote that electricity is not just a utility, it is a catalyst for transformation and development. And all of us know that nowadays electricity is a lifeline for modern life. So every time a village lights up, a hospital functions efficiently, and a startup launches its first product, the invisible force behind it is a reliable power. And most probably this SDG 7, see why I am explaining all this system. Basically, these things only mainly your projects are in future will work on these things only. Because it is, I think it is the target 2070 and 2045. A lot of majority of targets generally it will be covering projects also. Okay, so in this I want to cover about SDG 7. It is basically affordable and clean energy. Basically, it focuses on ensuring universal access to reliable and sustainable energy. What is meant by sustainable? Nowadays we are usually reading this one. Sustainability is maintaining a continuity for a long time without causing harm or depletion of the resources. Nowadays, all the I think you are seeing the pollution is mainly due to the transport sector and electric power generation, especially thermal power generation, right? So now we are getting that it drastically shifting towards renewable side, right? So we are seeing the solar, wind, and many other renewable. That is just to meet this one of the SDGs. Okay, and recently we are seeing over 180 gigawatt of installed renewable energy. It's very huge. Okay, it is drastic in the last 10 years. If we see, it is multi-fold. Okay, and see, apart from all these things, for this making many policy making bodies are there like CEA, Central Authority, and regulatory commissions. It is completely the proper setup is there. But here I want to highlight that there exists a noticeable gap between academic learning and industry requirements. Okay, whenever you are passing out from college, definitely it's very difficult to get the job. So during your academics, if you are doing projects which are very practical problems, okay. So just I'm telling, it's like bridging this gap is just desirable. It is essential. Okay, the challenges in the power sector are complex and multidisciplinary. It's involving engineering, economics, data science, and environmental studies. See, classroom provides only the foundation, but real world exposure completes the picture. So, what can be done? What could be the solution for it? See, first, as students, you must actively engage with industry through internships, live projects, and field exposure. Like our NERPC and CA, generally we used to difficult policies and all. There, what are the challenges we are facing? Definitely, if you go through those websites, what are the challenges presently industry is facing? If you take that one as a project, definitely it will help you while you are getting the jobs. Okay. So, like in power sector and selling, if you are visiting substations, power plants and control center, see generally power plant mostly mechanical, electrical and civil, many jobs will be there. So if you visit a power plant or substation, definitely you will have some idea and you will get some to know the problems also. Okay. So from that you can work on it, and if you go through some IEEE papers and ISC problems, so definitely you will find a good solution for it. Okay, secondly, institutions and industry must collaborate more closely. And you have worked on joint research projects, guest lectures by industry experts to the colleges, and program statements directly sourced from utilities can create a powerful learning ecosystem. And third one, as I told, most importantly, you must align your projects with real national challenges, especially those linked to the sustainable development goals. Okay, let me suggest few areas in power sector especially, okay, because I am from this sector, so which may be helpful for the electrical engineering students. Like grid reliability in difficult terrains, like if this is an northeastern, this is completely hilly terrain. Okay, here it is very difficult to maintain this transmission lines, generating stations. Nowadays, by using these AI-based techniques, you can find the fault findings and all. And one more thing, if I say due to integration of renewable energy into the system, we are facing a lot of challenges because it's very difficult to manage the grid. If you see most advanced countries like Denmark, Norway, they are completely powering through RE, renewable energy, 99%. In fact, I think recently, also in the last 2-3 years, we have seen there is a blackout, that is complete black power cut. Okay, so that time the developed country itself is very difficult to manage that one. I think 1 or 2 days complete blackout. Now India is reaching to that portion. I think 40 to 45% we are reaching meeting through renewable energy only. Suppose if the same condition happens in India, it's very difficult to handle. So it's one of the major challenges nowadays. If, all industries are working on, like we are seeing battery energy storage system, hydro stations, all these are coming very high pace just because to balance this power. Okay, that's one of the greatest area to work on. And if at all any help is required, definitely our office or our organization definitely helps to show the path. Okay. And like nowadays, energy storage solutions also very much required, and smart metering and demand side management. These are the very classic topics. Even though it's present in the textbook, but real time problems are completely different. So, what I would like to say, each of this is not just a technical problem. It is a step toward achieving the sustainable development. Dear students, you are not just future engineers, you are future problem solvers. The decisions you make, the projects you choose, and the innovations you pursue will shape India's journey towards sustainability. So I would like to leave you with a message. Do not limit your learning to solving exam problems. Start solving real problems. Do not wait to become professionals to contribute. Start contributing as students. And do not see the SDGs as global targets. See them as a personal responsibility. The bridge between academy and industry is not built by policies alone. It is built by curiosity, initiative, and collaboration. Each one of you has the potential to be that bridge. I wish you all a very successful Techfest and more importantly, a meaningful journey ahead in contributing to sustainable and empowering India. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think we all can take away something from sir's words today. Moving forward, I have on stage our chief guest, Sri Jayanta Kumar Sharma. He is a civil engineering graduate from Assam Engineering College. He also holds an MBA in Human Resource Management from EU. He joined Northeastern Electric Power Corporation Limited, that is NIPCO, in June 1990 and has been serving the organization since then. Currently, he is working as an executive director at NIPCO. Over the course of his career, he has contributed across multiple departments with primary focus on planning and identification of new hydroelectric projects. His responsibilities have included negotiating and signing memoranda of agreement with state governments, securing statutory and regulatory clearances, and obtaining investment approvals from the Government of India. In addition, he has been actively participated in various research and development initiatives undertaken by NICO, contributing to the organization's technical and strategic advancement. Sir, I kindly request you to come up on stage and say a few words.
Respected Director, NIT Meghalaya, Mr. Lelin, Deputy Director, Central Electricity Authority, and serving in NMBC, dignitaries, faculty members, organizing committee, and my dear students. Students, I would say the vibrant minds of India studying here. So it is my proud privilege to be invited to address this August gathering. So as already stated, I graduated from Assam Engineering College in 89, and since then, this is my first job and only job. Anyway, so it is almost 36 years I've been serving in power sector. Regarding power sector, already Mr. Biden has said many things, so I will not go in the topic. So all of you are well aware that India aims to become a developed nation by 2047 under the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047. So, and technological development is essential for this transformation, especially through sustainable sources, sustainable analytics, right? So, Cognitia, the 12th annual technical festival being organized by NIT Meghalaya, is highly relevant in today's context. So, in this era of AI and automation, thinking critically is our most valuable asset. It implies that innovation does not come from just following a tutorial. It comes from use scope. Whether you are participating in the hackathon, robotics, or coding challenges, I urge you to think beyond the box. Further, I would also like to stress on collaboration. As successful projects are not built in isolation, they are built in teams that combine creativity, technical skill, intelligence. Say a mathematical model combined with a software application is more powerful than either alone. So I encourage the students to use this platform to network, share ideas, and collaborate across disciplines. I would also like to emphasize that engineering cannot be learned from textbooks alone. Strong collaboration between industry and academic institutions is essential. So students must interact with different industries to acquire more practical knowledge. So I take this opportunity to invite the students to visit our hydropower plants, where they can actually see the real engineering. They can actually see the machines that is studied in the textbook. Once you go to our projects, you will see the huge, the massive constructions going on. So, see, in every winter in our operational hydro projects, we take shutdown for a month or so for servicing of the equipment. So when the machines are open, so machines are dismantled and open, so there you can see the various components of the machines that you are studying here, like turbine, generators, governors, and many other equipments. So in our upcoming hydro projects, if you visit, then you can see a real excavation for dam, construction of dam, tunnel, powerhouse, surcharge, switchyard, various equipments that is being assembled. And I also would like to say that hydro projects, once it is commissioned, everything will remain underwater forever. and you will not be able to see. So construction is the only space that they can go and see and witness these engineering works. So I would like to share one personal experience here regarding innovation. So some few years back, say around 10 years back, I traveled to Darjeeling district in search of hydroponics. So at some point of time, around the nearest town is Rimli. After Rimli, there is no waterable route, and you have to go and walk for some distance. So after walking several hours, we reached one isolated resting transit camp. So that I was immersed to see the transit camp was well lit in the midst of jungle. So how they did it? They did some innovative works there. So many in Rajli districts, in many perennial schemes are there. So what the local villagers did, they take 1 or 2 bags of cement to construct one barrier across the perennial schemes. Only 2 bags of cement or 1 bag of cement between the river boulders. Then by rubber hose pipe, they take the water down to their camp. And collect the generator power of the portable generator, like Honda generator, only the generator what they collect from CDB, and they construct some local technicians and they construct one very good beton sort of thing. One round plate, the 2 plates are welded and water is placed there. So it rotates and the generator is connected very small, like this size. So they cover it some means, then they open the tap and it rotates the tap and electricity is produced. So in the middle of the remote places, we are making LED lights, we can charge our torchlight or other equipments. So there is some innovative idea. Then, say in cities or metro cities, every day tons of garbage are produced. So we can think of use it. That will be sustainable solution. So in Singapore, they utilize this garbage for waste energy strategy, where waste is incinerated to generate electricity, which is about 3% of nation's power, and by anaerobic digestion system, like in poultry farming, to produce biogas and convert sludge into fertilizer. So one such project is also going on in IIT Meghalaya, because I know because my niece is working he is doing PhD in this project. So that we can do. So in NEPO, we undertake many R&D projects to address technical problems. Like we have a project in Orunachal, it's called Ranganadi Hydroelectric Project, 405 megawatt. So in monsoon time, we have to release water when there is excessive rainfall. So whenever we release water, there is human cry at the downstream population. So they are releasing water. So what we do generally we give say 5, 10, 12 hours in advance of that we will be going to release water, and we circulate to everyone this CSP etc. Then we think of some innovative R&D projects. So we with the help of IIT Meghalaya. So we did some mathematical modeling of this river, of this confluence with Cognitia river. Then we put some sensors in between. So now we can, whenever we say that tomorrow at 9 a.m. we will be releasing water. After we reach the 30 kilometer downstream in some vulnerable villages, at say 11:30 a.m. it will reach, and there water level in the river will be this much. So there also we can update it. So in that I guess we can use. Then again, by departmental report, we have done some smart illumination controller. Though it is available in market, but we have done some customized and very efficient illumination controller that automatically turns on the light in the switch here, power streets at evening and turns on at a specific time period at the first morning light, and there saves electricity and manpower. those such products are available in the market. Our design product is far more adjustable and durable and superior. So the product is under process for obtaining patent now. So further, we have done some R&D projects in other institutes like in NIT Meghalaya, just recently completed to produce low-cost inclusion by making this by making the production of electrons by low-cost material and also the PMS proton exchange membrane, which is low-cost material. The process is successfully demonstrated at laboratory scale. So now we are going for prototype scale. And finally, we will also go for patent. So our it is good that our headquarters is in Sigaon, and this NIT and we are in an advantageous position to definitely think of collaborating effort with NIT Meghalaya for doing some research projects, R&D projects that will help both of us. So I once again thank the organizer for inviting me as chief guest to this ceremony. So let us make this Cognitia 2022-26 successful and unforgettable experience. So thus I have seen the Google that Cognitia means I think therefore I am. But I would like to say Cognitia means I innovate therefore I am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your words. I innovate, therefore I am. It's a slogan I think we can all imbibe in the coming years too. Now, we have had all of our dignitaries coming on stage and thanking the organizer for organizing this. So now we call on stage the organizer to thank everyone for coming here. May I welcome on stage the GS1 technical to deliver a vote of thanks.
Respected Director of NIT Meghalaya, Professor Honorable Chief Guest, Sri Jayanth Kumar Sharma, Esteemed Guest of Honor, Sri Zainab Ali, Dean Student Lecturer, Vice President Technical, President Student Activity Center, and everyone here. Good afternoon. On behalf of the entire Cognitia team, I, as General Secretary, extend my gratitude to all our dignitaries for gracing this occasion and creating a presence and words have inspired us all. I sincerely thank our directors for his constant support and our team at student welfare for always encouraging student initiatives. A special thanks to our chief guest and guest of honor for sharing their valuable time and insights with us. I would also like to appreciate the efforts of the Vice President, sir, President, Student Activity Center, organizers, volunteers, and participants. This event would not have been possible without your dedication and energy. And last, I would like to thank you, our sponsors, Price Limited, Water Construction, 7 Track Printing Press, Parkings in Yugoland, and Northern Gaming, and Monster Energy Drink. And finally, big thank you to the audience for your enthusiasm and support. With this, I conclude and thank you, and let's continue to make Cognitia even more appealing.
Thank you. The last but not the least, the main part of this event, may I call upon our Honorable Director, sir, to officially declare the fest open.
I already declared. Again, I'm calling. Cognitia 2026.
Alright, this is a little off script, but today is Noor Alam sir's birthday. So please come up on stage and let's all sing for Sir today. Everyone sing happy birthday, come on. Alright everyone, we'll be distributing the prizes for the induction program. I request you all kindly be seated for some more time. Please settle down everyone, just for a little more while.